Hello, Klaus here, and welcome back to yet another video here at the channel. In today's video, we're going to have a look at the Speed Editor. And this was announced back when Davinci Resolve 17 was announced as one of the new things. And people ordered this big time, and they were back ordered way back. And as it is right now, if you do order the Speed Editor and you want to start using Davinci Resolve 17 Studio version, you will actually get the Studio version for free or the Speed Editor for free if you buy the Studio version or the other way around. Cool. So let's take the trusty knife here and let's start opening. So let's see what's in the box here. Let's tear up the plastic here, okay, we do not need this anymore. And we don't need the knife anymore for that matter. So let's put that aside. Whoop. And let's open up the box here. So let's have a look what's inside. So this is the first thing we have inside. A piece of styrofoam protecting the Speed Editor. And here we have the Speed Editor itself. It is made out of hard plastic. It doesn't feel cheap at all. The buttons are pretty nice, sounding pretty nice, and are pretty nice. And the dial here, as you can see, is buttery smooth. Wow. So compared to the Davinci Resolve Editor's keyboard, this is really small and also very lightweight. So I could imagine taking this in your backpack if you are going to do some editing somewhere else. Okay, let's continue with what's in the bag here. So we have a welcome card, a software installer, some stickers, which are always nice, and we also have here some information about Davinci Resolve. We know all about that, so we don't need that. And then, of course, we have the last thing here is a cable. This is a USB-C type to USB-C type cable. So if you are on a PC or something like that, you might be out of luck here, because not all PCs do have Type-C connections, but you can get an adapter or something like that. Cool. So what actually I thought we would do for the rest of this video is to go and hook this thing up to Davinci Resolve 17, and I'll just run you through the interface and play around with the different things, and giving you my first impression of Davinci Resolve Speed Editor. Also, if you want me to do a comparison between the editor's keyboard and the Speed Editor, please let me know down in the description below. So without further ado, let's go to the editing suite. Okay, so here we are in Davinci Resolve 17. Here we have the Speed Editor connected to Davinci Resolve. I did have to unplug my editor's keyboard because those two things won't work at the same time. So if I have to type anything, I can't. Anyway, I'll just quickly run you through the stuff. I do have my mouth here, so I will add in some footage, and why not use the stuff we just did. So I'm just going to take the clip here and add that into the timeline. And here we have the keyboard itself. It is, as you see, divided into three parts. Here we have a part for the one hand, which is the dial where we can go forward and backward.
We have 3 buttons which can change the different modes. Right here to jog and scroll. And you can see you can run through 7 minutes pretty fast, I think. So I'll leave it on jog. On the top we have a source and a timeline. And since we do only have one monitor in the cut page, which the speed editor are created for, we can go into the source. If we push the source, we go into our source. This is all our source. We have here our top view, and we can then again look at our source, go back to timeline, and we are back in the timeline, just like that. In the middle, we have different functions. Sync bin. Also, we have a audio level and a full screen button, so we can go full screen by the push of a button. We have a snapping tool, a split tool. If we want to do a cut, we can just push the split, and we have now done a cut, and we can do another. And then we can just, again, take this and delete that. Like that. If we want to undo, we have a undo button here. This is how the different, as you see right here, there's some different titles underneath. If you double tap or triple tap or hold, different ways that they will work. So I'll do undo again for my cutting. And now we're back to normal. Here we have a
Sphere.
Space bar, so we can run our footage. We have a live override, we have a video only and or an audio only, and here we have up to 9 different camera angles if we are doing multicam. We're not going to go into that in this video. If you want me to do a video on that, please let me know down in the description. Over here we have for the second hand in and out points, so we can easily put in, if we go back to our source, we can easily put in an in point and an out point like that. And also we can use the trim in and trim out buttons, but we're not going to do that now. Also we have up here we have smart insert, append, ripple override, close up, place on top, and search override. So the thing is, now I did an in and out point. I can easily put this to the end of my clip, and it will put the, if I go back to the timeline, it has now put this to the end of my clip. Not necessarily what I want, so I'll undo that, like that. So first off, the scroll wheel here really feels quite nice. It's very, the feedback are nice. It's really good. Also, if you're using the search style, you can go pretty fast, but compared to the editor's keyboard, this has no hard stops, so it's kind of hard to know how fast you actually are going, but you can go through footage super quick like that. Nice, really nice. So let's just take into the source, and again we have our in and out point we did here. So we can also we did the append. We can do a smart insert, or we can place on top, which in this case we are going to do. So if we go back to timeline,
Recording.
we can
Down. Yes.
So of course this wasn't synced or anything, but we can just easily again undo what we did. Also we have a audio level, so if we push down the audio level, we can use the dial here to turn up the audio if our audio
Studio version
is a little bit low.
for free, or
So again, that is a super nice feature. If we want to trim something, we could do a split here, and we want to trim our split, we can also trim in our clip, push trim in button, and we can trim in our clip, and we can trim it the other way. Also, we can do the same with trim out. Again, I think that is super. We can also do a roll, where we roll our edit like that, and then also slip and slide, moving the footage like that. And also we can set in transitions. Also we have a cut, a dissolve, or smooth cut. So if we wanted to add in a dissolve, we could easily just push the button here, push this button, and we can then control the duration of our transition, which I think is quite nice and can do things pretty fast. Also, a thing to note is that in Davinci Resolve 17, there now is, when using the Speed Editor, a power indicator that shows how much juice you have left on your Speed Editor, which is pretty nice. So you can just charge it if it's running low. Also, it is running on Bluetooth. In this case, I'm on a PC and I do not have Bluetooth, so I can just connect the cable and that will work just fine. Okay, so this was just a quick first impression of the Davinci Resolve Speed Editor. I will do more videos later on this. If you have some questions, something you want me to try out or figure out, let me know down in the comments below. For me, I think this is going to be quite useful, not necessarily if I am doing the big setup with my big computer, but if I am on a go, this is going to fill in the gap I have when editing on the go, because I couldn't take my Davinci Resolve Editor's keyboard with me, but this will make things go a lot faster in the cut page, and I really want to be better at using the cut page, so this is a way to go, I think. Last thing is, of course, a little bit of a disclaimer. Blackmagic did not send me the Speed Editor. I bought this for my own money, and this is my opinion, and I am not being paid to say anything else than that. Again, nice build, pretty solid, feels nice, and I can't wait to play more with it. Anyway, I do hope you found this video useful. If you did, please hit that subscribe button, give the video a like, share it with your friends if you think it would help them out, and if you want to be notified every time there's a new video on this channel, please hit that bell icon down in the corner. Until next time, keep filming, keep learning, and keep sharing.